Peace. Just kind of want to share something with you today. Family, come on in. Let's have a talk. I think some things need to be said. I've been interacting. How you doing, Carlos T? I've been interacting with my peoples for years now, and I've kind of understood something now. Oh man, Tides TV in the building. Yeah, I just want to kind of share something with people. I've noticed that just because you are Black and you say that you want to help Black people, a lot of Black people don't want to acknowledge you. I would say a lot of Black people don't want to acknowledge you, and a lot don't share the same psychology as you. Okay. Thank you, Ultra Funky, Kiss Bench Productions. A lot of Black people don't want to be associated with you, which is fine. Do you know what I mean? I can't force anybody to want to be associated with me. Do you know what I mean? But I've noticed that the different psychologies that permeate the quote unquote Black community is a very interesting one. It's very interesting psychologies. We do have Christians in our community. We do have Muslims within our community. However, I understand that a religious thinking mind is not compatible with my psychology. My psychology for the forward movement of Black people, the upliftment of Black people, uplifting their self-esteem, etc., is not compatible with a lot of psychologies that find themselves within the Black community. And that's not just religious. That could be conservative. That could be Labour. That could be Democrat. That could be anything. It could be Republican. It doesn't matter. It's just about finding your skin folk, okay, with the same psychology. And so it kind of leads me onto a subject of clans. So if we look at clans, greetings Verona, Telescope, Selassie Haley, it kind of leads me onto like the subject of clans. Now, if we look at the way the world used to be before we had countries that were cut up in Africa, right, dividing us via borders not set by us. Okay, if we know anything about world history, we will know that the Berlin Conference in 1881 till 1883 was where Africa was divided. Europeans got together, and the French, the British, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the German, the Dutch, and everybody else in between decided to carve pieces of Africa for themselves. So when you look at the map of Africa, you will actually see the countries divided there are not of African making. They are of the making of Europeans and Arabs. So when we get to clans, prior to the carving up of Africa, clans used to roam the continent. You'd have this clan that clan would work with this clan would work with that clan. And the reason why they would work together or not work together, even though they were all African, is because of psychology. Okay? Not because of the skin. So what I am doing right now within my psychology is kind of looking back to move forward. So I understand that what I understand is that just because you look like me doesn't mean you share the same psychology as me. and that is global of the whole world. However, because the same thing happened in Europe. However, what Europe were able to do, Europe were able to say, we got French, we got British, we got Irish, we've got German, we've got all these different clans, right? Who don't necessarily think the same necessarily, but they understand one thing, and that is that they're all European. And so they formed a European Union, okay? And within that European Union, they can have their differences, but they do understand that if a foreign entity, right, if a foreign entity, let's just say China, was to try and invade any of those European countries, they would form Voltron, okay, and attempt to push China out of Europe, okay? I'm talking about on a war, on a physical war type invasion. Africans, I don't think, have come to the same conclusion. A lot of Africans, even though we have different quote unquote clans, we don't realize that we should have some kind of uniformed some uniformed agreement amongst one another, that if a foreign entity comes to the continent, then we actually push back on that foreign entity. And I kind of realized that the reason why that happens is that, for me, Africans can be quite petty. Okay. They can be quite petty in their squabblings. Okay. We find it very easy to we find it quite easy to squabble amongst one another. And there's actually an African proverb which says, two brothers in a burning house should not be squabbling. And so what I find is a lot of Africans tend to squabble amongst one another while the house is burning, metaphorically, while other people are attempting to encroach upon Africa's borders. Africans are squabbling. Oh, and the thing is, the squabbles, they range from religious to clan. So they range from, oh, it's a Muslim versus Christian thing. You can go to Nigeria, it's a Muslim versus Christian thing. Or you can go to different parts of Africa and say, oh, it's this clan versus that clan, and that clan versus, oh, you're Yoruba, oh, you're Igbo, oh, you're Twi, oh, you're Ashanti, and it's like we get squabbles, which are really, if we look at it, insignificant to what is actually happening to the country. However, within this, for me, I found my clan. And I have found the people that share the same psychology as me. And what I am, as a clan member, I am looking to align myself with different clans who share the same psychology. I understand that there are clans out there that don't share the same psychology. Totally understand that. And if they don't wish to align with me and I don't wish to align with them, so be it. Just because we have the same skin doesn't mean we think the same. I understand that. However, even if we don't think the same, what I find is my greater goal for helping the continent would overweigh my internal squabbles. So the squabbles don't really mean anything to me. What really means something to me would be the greater goal. I don't find everyone shares that same psychology. I find people are very willing to stay squabbling, to stay arguing about real petty stuff, and not kind of focusing on the bigger picture. And to me, that's when I realize I cannot align myself with said clan, right? Because their mentality is focused on little shit. You know what I mean? It's focused on dumb, small, petty shit. And I'm just not there. I'm just not there. When me and my clan come together, we talk about things. We talk about projects. We talk about ideologies. We don't talk about people. A lot of clans start talking about people. Talking about people for me is not going to move my clan forward. It's not going to move my people forward. Talking about ideologies, talking about projects, that is what is actually going to move my clan forward. So if my clan ever meet your clan and we hear what you're saying, and we could share the same skin color, we probably won't work with you, not because we don't like you, but we see what's in here. We see that psychologically we won't be able to work together. It's just not going to happen because you're on some small shit. Chosen Ones of Game of Thrones. It really is like that. It's like different houses, the house of this and the house of that. Everyone understands, or I hope most people understand that that it's the same thing with your family. That sometimes your family say, you know what? Don't go over to that side of the family. Don't talk to that family member. Don't talk to those family members over there because they're a little bit X or they're a little bit whatever. And we kind of realize that as human beings, we realize who we can and cannot socialize with. And I've realized that I can't socialize with everyone that has my skin color. It's not possible. Not because I don't want to, because I want to be able to socialize with people of my skin color all the time. However, what happens is I notice a lot of my people are focused on very idiotic, petty, small-minded type of stuff. And I'm just not there. So when you see my clan, who all look like me, just know that what's in our mind isn't the same thing as everybody else, even though we may look the same. So look, I'm wearing a hoodie right now, right? And in modern day society, you'd see somebody wearing a hoodie and you say they are X, right? But what's in my mind, as my followers and the people may know, I'm not trying to be abusive, aggressive. I'm not a thief. I'm not a thug. I'm not a this. I'm not a that, right? Because it's for what's in here. Though the hoodie doesn't define me. Do you get what I'm saying? What defines me is what's up in here. And me and my clan can all look the same. But what you've got to judge us on is what is up here. And when me and my clan move, you will see in the coming months and the coming years, okay, what is in here, and just not what's on the external, And I realize I look like a lot of people because I'm Black, right? But I do not necessarily share the same psychology as a lot of Black people. Now, it's not to say that, like I said, it's not to say that I don't wish to share the same psychology. I wish, I could work with every Black person, on the planet, because that is my goal, to kind of have Black people, aligned and, doing better for the quote unquote Black community. But I've come to slowly realize that not everybody wants the best for the Black community, even though they may say that they do. A lot of people profess to want the best for Black people, right? But they don't necessarily move like they want the best for Black people. They buy into stereotypes, or they buy into victimhood mentality, or they just move in a certain way that just like it doesn't align with my energy. It doesn't align with my energy. I'm a person who is constantly trying to move to the next level, constantly trying to challenge myself and do better things that I did yesterday. So yeah, I think even the quote unquote Black community label is a little bit because a lot of people think they represent the Black community, and they're basically representing themselves or their clan. Do you know what I'm saying? So I will never say I'm representing the Black community. I will say I represent my Black clan, right? And from what you see of my Black clan, right? From what you see of my Black clan, you can now, make your own decision. You can now make your own opinion on what you see of my black clan. Okay, and if you look at that black clan over there, you can now make your decision on what you think of that black clan over there. So I'm just saying, you see, with me and my clan, you will know us by our works, okay? And you will know us by what comes out of our mouths, by what's in our head. And I'm saying, I'm rolling with black people, right? My whole team is black people. Like when I do my projects, it's an all black team, right? However, they may not share the same psychology as another black clan. And so what I don't want people to do is think that I'm the same as that black clan over there. No, I'm this one, okay? And the reason why I'm this one is because I've chosen to elevate myself. Now, some people may say, you know what, Sarah, it sounds like you're separating yourself from black people. And I've said to people so many times, the reason why I cannot separate myself from black people, it's not possible for me to do that because we have a shared experience. But what I find with myself is that black people have separated themselves from me. Do you understand? I'm not separating myself from anybody, but people have said, we are not going to mess with Sarah Garvey. And I'm like, wow, okay, cool. Just know that you're the one that done that. It wasn't me. You know, you done that. It wasn't me. So if you want to separate yourself from me, by all means, go ahead. I'm willing to speak and I'm willing to talk to anyone and everyone from the black, quote unquote, black community. But if you're going to actively say that you're not going to talk to me or you're not going to mess with me, then that's you creating the division, not me. So by all means, go ahead. But just know when the smoke clears and the dust settles, you're the one that separated yourself from me and not and not vice versa. I just kind of wanted to get that out of there. I just wanted to get that out there, people. Yeah, so, sorry, I'm just going to see what the chat's saying for a second, family. If you're melanated and progressive, I'm down with that still, says Shola. I agree, Shola. Sarah's top class brother, says Selassie Ali. Thank you. Let them people go. It's an easier life without them. How do you, Speaker's Corner? No, with Black division is how Africa was in ancient times, different tribes battling, conflict with each other, says Simon Phoenix. Yeah, I agree, it's different clans. But it's like, it's so funny because if we look at the history of Africa and we look at the history of Kemet, people who talk about Kemet, look at the history of Egypt. Narmer, Narmer, was the first pharaoh to unify the clans of Egypt and start the first dynasty. So there were different clans, but Narmer was able to unify the clans under one banner and say, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move forward like this. And that's the thing. It's like there are many different clans of black people out there, but I'm only looking to unify with people of like mind, like body, and are going to do this and have the same kind of forward thinking as me. I can't align myself with black people who are not forward thinking. It's going to be to the detriment of my clan. I can't do that because as a prominent clan member, I have to take into consideration of all my other clan and how they think and feel. Okay, and they're going to say, you know what? Why are you aligning with them? What's going on there? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to be like, you know what? I've got to take their feelings in consideration. It's now time to break loose from the mental chains of religion. That is down to bind and shackle of mind. Says Akem Kufu Sekemre. Yeah, I agree. Bloodlines run deep, says Starlight. What are you guys talking about now? I haven't even logged in. What are you guys talking about? It's better to build a like-minded individual, says Lexi. I agree. Your work rate is all that matters, says Jay Blacks. Big up Jay Blacks. When you going back down the park, Domino? I'm not. Sorry, dude. You can go down there, but you just won't see me down there. Simon Phoenix, what's your opinion of Raspec's music video featuring clips of you? Again, Simon Phoenix, I'm not talking about people. Pointless talking about people. Though I know people want to talk about people, that's fine. But here on, I don't talk about people. Like people want to ask me about Tan. It's like, nah, I don't want to talk about him. You know, like I just don't want to talk about it. It's not progressive for me. It's not what is actually going to try and, you know, give me food for thought. It's like, whatever. That park is cancer, says A Astri. Respect official says big man thing with Sarah. Is that the real respect official or is that a fake one? Because we know we got a lot of fake accounts out here, family. Arsenal 0-2 up. Okay. Oh, we got someone in here with the snake stuff. It's a fake respect official. Well, I would have thought so. You know, we got people out here that have got time, you know, to make accounts. Listen, you know how many accounts have been made in my name? It's actually ridiculous. So I never actually take what goes on from people's names as serious unless I actually check the account. And I want to get, I actually want to get you guys to do the same thing. If you see like a YouTube channel with my face on it or anyone's face on it, please do check to see if actually it's actually the right one, because a lot of people are like out here making like fake YouTube accounts and yeah, they're like commenting on stuff and people are like, I actually had a guy in my inbox saying, talking to me about something, and he was really angry, and I'm like, bro, what are you talking about? And he's like, oh, you said X, Y, and Z. I'm like, when? And do you actually check to see if it's the right one? And then basically found out that it wasn't me, it was some troll account. It's like, yeah, you know, like that's what the thing is now. Like slander in the greatest way is just like, you know, imitation, and then like start saying some stuff. But they do say imitation is the best form of flattery. So I'm flattered that so many people want to imitate me. Marshall Mathers said, do you believe or do you agree that so-called Black people should stop using labels to define themselves? For example, labels like Black, African, Somalian, and also linguistic labels. No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I think the world deals in labels. It does. It does deal in labels because we need to align ourselves with the right clan. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think the world dealing in labels is not it's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you're going to have a label, let it be a label that you define for yourself. Don't let other people give you one. That's what I would say. That if I'm going to give myself a label, just let me give it. I don't want to hear, oh, he's a this, he's a that, and that's what people have done. Oh, he's a Kemet. Oh, he's a this. Oh, he's a sun worshipper, or he's a ancestor worshipper. He's just people giving you labels. You know what I mean? Like I will define my label for myself. Thank you very much. And I'll let you define yours for yourself also. Titans TV said, let's talk about the crabs in the barrel mentality. It's very real though. Crabs in the barrel mentality. You can't all get out. You want to get out the barrel, but you know, some other crabs keeps trying to pull you inside and pull you down, thinking that they're going to get out. We have that. So I just avoid the crabs, bro. You know, like, I just avoid the crabs and I create my own barrel, you know. As a matter of fact, I break out of the barrel and I don't even mess with them crabs there. That's just the way I do it. Like I just I don't associate myself with those kind of crabs. You see, I'm looking to create my own stuff, you know, really create my own stuff. So, you know, I'm going to align myself with people that are like, you know what, let me distance myself from those crabs over there, you know, and let's do our thing over here. So, but labels don't define who we are. Those linguistic labels that people made for us so we can easily be identified and separated. It's a division thing. Yeah, it can be a division thing, Marshall Mathers, but you've got to establish yourself and let people know who you are as well. Like, let people know who you are, bro. Like, you know, like, be confident and let people know who you are. So you ain't got to just be like, don't allow people to label you. Just establish who you are and label yourself so people can know that is X, that is Sarah Garvey, and he is X, you know? It's really that simple. Sarah is a lobster. 6079 Smith Winston. You know what? I'm not a bottom feeder. Fuck a crab, fuck a prawn, fuck a shrimp, fuck a lobster. Those are bottom feeders. I'm an orca. That's what I am. If you want to talk about sea life, I'm an orca. Fuck crabs. Yeah, I'm an orca. Orca is the #1 predator in the sea. It's not the great white shark, because an orca will finish a great white shark because they're smarter. Okay, I'm not a bottom feeder. I'm not a scavenger. I'm not picking up just the little things that fall from the top level. I'm an orca, man. I'm just like, I'm with my clan. I'm swimming through, like, I'm the most intelligent, or I'm trying to be the most intelligent thing in the sea, if we're using that analogy, folks. Bubba Gump Shrimp. Jack. You guys got jokes. You guys have got jokes. Samba, aka Callum, the wannabe Afro Caribbean. Oh, we got a troll up in here. Okay. My old dad told me to choose your friends wisely. Says Telescope. Yes, you should. Sarah Garvey, I'm a megalodon. Well, we ain't found megalodon yet, but I hear what you're saying. Respect official weed is making. Akem, my brother, I don't think that's a real respect official. So if you're gonna speak, I don't think you're speaking to the right one. What are you saying? Be what you want. It's your life. People are bitter in their own shitty lives. That's very true. That's very true. People are bitter in their own lives. Just be who you want. Do what you want, man. Do what you like. Make your own path and just roll. Do you know what I mean? Like, make your own path and just go. And that's what I'm doing. Like I said, in the next couple of weeks, we are so close to shooting date. Like, we are so close to shooting date for this new documentary that I'm doing. I'm thinking we might get it done within the next week, hopefully. So when that's done, you guys will know about it, and you guys got to come out and support, because I think you guys are going to like it. If I'm totally honest, I think you're going to like it. It's going to be hard hitting. It's going to make you think. I tell you that much. It's definitely going to make you think, and that's everyone. That's across the board: young, old, black, white, conservative, Labour, Republican, Democrat. It don't matter. It's going to make you think. And that's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm about. I'm about people trying to think also, and sometimes think outside of the box. Most of the time, think outside of the box. I think people try to put you in a box, and a lot of people try to put me in a box, and they do. It's fine, but I'm saying that just because you share the same skin as me does not mean we share the same psychology, and I'm actually okay with that. And like I said, it's not me separating myself from people; it's people separating themselves from me. I talk to everyone and anyone. I go along, and I do what I do, for the best of, with my clan's best intentions, with my family's best intentions. If that rubs other people up the wrong way, there's nothing I can actually do about that. I've told people before, realistically, when I put my key in my door and go home, the people that are in that house are probably the most important thing to me. So it doesn't really matter what people outside of that unit think. The people the clan that I see all the time, the clan that I speak to all the time, they're the people that are most important. Other people's opinions, don't really matter to me. And I think everyone should kind of feel the same. I think you should align yourself with, people that think like you, people that want the best for you, and basically F everyone else. You know what I mean? If people feel it, they feel it. If they don't, they don't. So it's really that simple. We'll be on 29 minutes. I don't want to make this one too long, family. I just kind of wanted to get that out there. That if you are going through life thinking that you are going to align with every single black clan, you're probably not. You're probably not. There are going to be people who are just not going to have your best interests at heart, you know, which is sad, but it's true. And it's, way of the world, you either adapt or die. So, what you going to do? You're going to cry about it, yeah, or you're going to get on with it. And I believe you should just get on with it. So get along with it, align yourself with the people you need to align yourself with, and keep going. Right, let's see what the rest of the family are saying before I jump out of this. Good luck to the people at Speaker's Corner today. Sarah, would you say you're a nationalist? Yes, I would say I'm a nationalist. Same skin is not kin, says Jay Blacks. I agree, bro. Carlos, I believe there's too much negativity in the park these days. You can feel the environment when you walk about. Yeah, I believe. I mean, I can see it. I've experienced it myself when it comes to Speaker's Corner and how negative it can be. So, just take yourself out of the negative situation. You don't need to be, because energy has a way of finding or drawing you into it. Let's say, like if there's like a negative vibration, get a little bit spiritual now. It's like a negative vibration. Okay, what it's trying to do is trying to find, just like I'm trying to find, like-minded people. Everything's trying to find like-minded people or something that it attracts, which is the same as it. And negativity is the same. Negativity will attract more negativity, and people want to try and bring you into it. You see, they want to try and bring you into it, which is why when I was going down the park, people were actually trying to bring me into a negative space. Do you get what I'm saying? So they were getting violent, they were getting belligerent, trying to poke me in the chest, and it's like, on a deeper level, that's just negative energy attempting to bring, because everyone's got a negative and a positive in them, right? So it's like it's trying to bring that negative part out of me right now. And it's very, and if you're not disciplined, somebody can bring that negative energy out of you, because we've all got it in us, you see. So you just have to be careful of when negativity is attempting to make you negative, because they would win now. They win when they bring you into their space. Okay, you win when you bring people into your space. The racism you support is negative vibration. What racism do I support, bro? Is that another troll? I think so. I think so. Straight power is just another word for sin, brother, in negative extreme and heavy weight of sin that will eventually bring you down. Don't know about all this sin talk, John McDermott. I'm not gonna lie to you, mate. Don't know about all that sin talk. Stop vision. What you're gonna do, bro? Whatever it is that you're doing, I wish you love, health, and success. You've taught me a lot about life, and thank you, Simon Phoenix. Thank you. That's all it is. It's each one teach one, man. Like, I don't have all the answers, but but when I do speak, I hope somebody gets something from it. And when you speak, hopefully somebody gets something from it. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. Speaker's Corner, sorry, has had it day 2. Many have a goal. Thugs, too much testosterone, not enough brain cells. Too many don't debate. They just hate. I'm just trying. On a serious note, when was the last best debate at Speaker's Corner? As a matter of fact, just trying to gauge people. Like, what do you think was the last best debate at Speaker's Corner? Like a debate between two people. What was the last best debate at Speaker's Corner? Indeed, Tommy is a racist, says somebody. Okay, cool. Tom Robinson time. Do you think I support? People are so dense. People are so dense. Oh my God, people are dense. You could call Tommy a religious bigot, but racist. How? Yeah, sorry. People, what was the last best debate at Speaker's Corner, man? I told people already, your hate for Tommy Robinson, yeah, which is a man, will literally cloud what is going on with you. People say, oh, you support Tommy Robinson. Support him in what? Like, just tell me what I support him in. Just tell me. I'd love to know. I'm not going to lie. I'd love to know. Do I support freedom of speech? Is Tommy for freedom of speech? Yes, I will support that. 100%. And that doesn't even mean Tommy Robinson. That could be anyone. I'm for freedom of speech. But because, like I said, factual statements can come from anywhere. They can come from a 5-year-old child. They can come from Hitler. If he made a factual statement, he made a factual statement. It's really that simple. Kind of shook his hand and then how about this with the Muslims? People like him shouldn't be in power. Listen, family, I'm still waiting on what you think was the last best debate at Speaker's Corner. And the fact that you guys can't even come up with one kind of says how Speaker's Corner has become, right? I'm just saying. It's not a place for debate anymore, I don't think. It's actually not a place for debate anymore, which is very interesting. You and Bob. Okay, me and Bob. Thanks. Thank you, Carlos. You and Ali Autism and Hijab, you murdered them. Thank you very much, Sally. Selassie. Ali. English are dense nation. I guess you and Bob. It's a place to spread hatred now. Yeah. Well, if me and Bob was the last best debate at Speaker's Corner, that's what, about 4 months ago, maybe? 3 months ago, something like that. Since then, and even before then, what was the best one? For me, Speaker's Corner is dead. For me. Other people want to go, cool. Other people want to just go there and start seeing people throw punches and start pushing people and start saying, hey, pussy, you're a pussy, oh, you're a pussy, oh, fuck you, yo, fuck you, no, you fuck you. It's like, yeah, great debate, guys. You know what I mean? Like, well done, clap for yourselves. Clap for yourself. He's a pussy, oh, you're a pussy, oh. Yeah, he's a pussy, oh, you're a pussy, oh. Fuck you, yeah, fuck you. Okay, great, fantastic debate, guys. You know? R.I.P. Speaker's Corner, says Marshall Mathers. I agree. R.I.P. indeed. The golden era of Speaker's Corner has gone now, to be honest. Says Gary Google. His name's not actually Gary Google. Again, another label that other people gave the man. His name's Gary. Okay. Emotional men that cry over what another man says or does. Speaker's Corner is dead. I mean, I kind of think so too. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's nothing there anymore. Like I think it should get a little bit more political now. Like, so what I'd like to see if I was there is like more political stances against other political stances, because the religious one's been like beaten like a dead horse. You know, I want to see political stance against political stance personally. But yeah, fam, I'm gonna peace out. I'm gonna let you guys do what you do, and I'm gonna go and take my son out. I think the weather's all right, so I'll go and take him out somewhere. All right, family. Peace, family. Peace.